Hello, my name is Dr. Raphael Spiller. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this actual presentation that I'm going to make to you today. If you're listening to this, it's because one of my students invited you to hear what I have to say as it pertains to how I'm changing their lives. In 2016, I was presented with a solution, and the solution was actually something that I wasn't used to hearing. The gentleman actually asked me this. He says, listen, over the last 10 years, how much money have you put in your bank? I said, well, a lot. He says, well, how much do they pay you in interest? I said, little next to nothing. And then he hit me with this statement. He said, what if there's a way that I could teach you a skill? And when you learn this skill, it would teach you how to multiply your money for the rest of your life. Would you be interested in learning that skill? Well, he immediately had my attention. And that's why I'm here to talk to you today, because in 2016, guys, I knew nothing about the subject matter that I'll cover today. But now, as a result of me plugging into a system that is actually working, guys, I am a multiple seven-figure earner in what we'll be discussing today. Hopefully, I have your attention, and hopefully you're going to get into a place where we won't be disturbed, where I can share with you what we're doing and how we're changing lives around the world. Guys, I'm excited to share with you, but I just want you to do one thing. Make sure you have an open mind. Oftentimes when I'm talking to people about situations like this, our minds are typically closed if we're going to hear something that we're not used to. Guys, listen, I wasn't used to hearing it either, but I'm so glad that my mind was open to hear because I was ready for change. The question is, are you ready for change yourself? Listen, I'm going to ask you a question as we begin to get started. If there's a way that I could teach you a skill, and if you learn this skill, it'll help you multiply your money for the rest of your life, would you be interested? I'm hoping your answer is yes, but let's start here. In 2017, guys, listen, there was a Gallup poll that was done and says that 85% of the people that you know do not feel happy about what they're doing on their jobs. And as a result, they're living unfulfilled lives. See, when you're not fulfilled, guys, it affects everything. It affects your confidence, your self-worth. It affects your happiness, your health, your finances. All these things can suffer. When you're not fulfilling your purpose, when you're not walking out and doing the things that you were meant to do, called to do, chosen to do, many of us, you know what we're doing? We're doing what we have to do. How many of you who are listening to me right now can honestly say this? I'm not doing what I love. I'm doing what I have to do because I'm an adult. I have bills to pay. How many things have you sacrificed because of that one word called responsibilities? Guys, I've been there with you. In 2016, we were both broke, busted, and disgusted. We were there. And when this opportunity presented itself to me, I had to move my mind from seeing it as an opportunity to seeing it as a solution. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about today, seeing what I'm saying as a solution, because there's another way. There's a better way. There's a better way to live your life. I believe that you deserve the best this life has to offer. You deserve the best this life has to offer. The best. But oftentimes we haven't been trained to receive it. I want to talk to you today about another way. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Raphael Spiller. I'm married to my wife over now 19 years, Dr. 𝓣𝓱𝓪𝓷𝓴 Spiller. We have 3 beautiful children. We live right here in Katy, Texas. In 2016, as I said before, we were in financial straits. All of our businesses have failed. We had experienced foreclosure. We were facing an eviction. 3 kids. The typical story of rags to riches is what this is. I hate to make it sound like a cliche, but that's where we were, living the typical American nightmare. That there were opportunities flying all around us. We just didn't know how to get out of what we're in. And so as a result, we started this family, this community, as a result of the skills that we had learned. And with this family community, we start teaching people what we now have learned. And as a result of us learning it, we're earning from it. Guys, we started something called the FOREX family. And I want to make sure that you understand. I am an educator in the foreign exchange market. I teach people how to multiply their money. I teach them how to invest on their own. Now, my guys, I'm not talking about math or reading or writing or arithmetic. We're not getting into that. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about I have learned how to trade in this particular market. And as a result of me learning how to trade in this particular market, I am traveling all around the country with more than 30,000 students that are either learning from me, receiving from me, hearing from me, being taught by me, trained by me. I'm making a difference in what we're doing. My wife and I started this Forex family thing is really something fun, but our objective was to bring Wall Street to your street. You remember what happened in 2008 through 2012 when the entire market crashed and collapsed. Do you know that people made money in that? They didn't just collapse and everybody went broke. No, the people that knew what to do made money. Guys, we're in the strategic time right now. Right now, our entire country is on lockdown. Why? We're in quarantine as a result of some things that are taking place. And I'm making this video for those of you who are at home right now trying to figure out what to do next. If you listen to me right now, let me help you by teaching you how to multiply your money in the foreign exchange market. I have students who have learned from me, and we've created this culture that's helping people learn this particular skill. Come on now, when you turn on your TV now, everybody's talking about Forex or trading or investing. This is coming to you now as a confirmation. You need to listen to what my students are saying about what's happening. This is Sierra. She talked about being connected to us, and as a result of her being connected, she talked about how what we've done is helped her make the process of learning Forex so simple that, like she said, it's hard to mess this thing up. Not only Sierra, but here's another lady by the name of Jill. Jill's out of San Antonio. She's one of our superstars here. She talks about how this platform has changed her life. Really, when I talk about change her life, she's talking about how this mentorship program that we offer is giving her the ability and teaching her, watch this now, how to break down charts, read charts, things like that. But she's learning a skill, and now her confidence has increased in what she's doing right now. Guys, not only that, with this Forex community, you get with me a millionaire mentor. I'm going to teach you how to multiply your money, and I'm going to do it in a simple, easy fashion. Just ask the person that invited you to watch the video how simple we made this process. You're going to get live training, exclusive group chats that we have catered towards you, helping you learn even better. Some of our students are mentoring other students. Guys, we have created a community that is truly unique. We've created a copy-paste system where I send trades to you that you can take as a result of that, so that while you're learning, you can also be earning as well. All of this is done by experts who help you learn how to take your trading abilities to the next level. Here's another one of the people that did, see, I do one-on-ones with my students. That's one of the things that they love, is that I do one-on-ones. And I believe in doing one-on-ones because I know that you're not going to learn everything in a large group setting. So here's a one-on-one that I did with Daya, and Daya says, I was so nervous because I'd never had that one-on-one, but it was comfortable enough to tell me to tell them about what my struggles were. And so, guys, this is what's important. One of the things that's important is that I create an environment that you feel safe and comfortable in, so that you can actually learn the skill. Not only was Daya, this is one of our doctors out of the United Kingdom, he's like, this one-on-one call that he got from me just helped him polish his skills. He says, I gave him a detailed plan on what to do, on how to take trades. Guys, this is what we do. We keep it so simple, you need someone to help you misunderstand it. But one of the things I want to make sure that you understand while we're doing this, guys, is what our mission statement is, what we're all about. See, one of the things I wanted to do was give you a 2020 vision of what your finances could look like over a 2-year period when you just learn this skill. Guys, listen, no one sat me down. I didn't come from a rich family. I knew nothing about investing. I knew nothing about savings. I knew nothing about credit. I screwed my life up, and I screwed my credit up, and I screwed my wife's credit up. Just financial aptitude was zero. Now what I'm trying to do is help people by giving them not just the skill, but giving them the proper financial aptitude that they need that will allow them to leave a legacy, not just for them, but their children's children. Now, as a result, I have the ears of politicians. I have the ears of spiritual leaders across the country. People are allowing me to teach them what I've learned. But who did I learn it from? I can tell you this. One of my mentors was Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But he also wrote a sequel to that called The Cash Flow Quadrant. In it, he depicts how people make money. He says there's a right side to money and there's a wrong side to money. He says on this wrong side of money, that's where 95% of the populace is. He says 95% of the populace are trading time for money. That's the wrong place to be. He says only 5% of the world are the world's rich and elite, and all of them find themselves in some type of investing opportunity. See, guys, that's what we didn't learn in school. That's what we didn't learn typically from our parents, our loved ones. No one really taught us how to invest. Why invest? Why look, and many of us who are listening to this, you trusted someone to invest for you. Now, how has that worked? We're in a season right now where you have to be able to take control of your own financial future because no one's going to look out for you better than you. And don't tell me it's too late. It's never too late. As long as you have breath in your body, as long as you have the ability to think logically with the faculties of your mind, you still have time to straighten your situation out. Guys, when you start talking about an investor's mindset, this is where my benchmark is because I teach from there, from having that investor's mindset. I teach from there up. See, 85% of your success is connected to how you think. The rest is just mechanics and knowledge. To have an investor's mindset means you understand how money works. And what I want to introduce you to is the network, the program, the platform that's allowed me to do that. It's called the foreign exchange market. It's called FOREX or the cryptocurrency market. Both of these markets together, both of them are trillion-dollar industries. FOREX alone is a $5.6 trillion a day entity. Now, for those of you who've never heard anything about this, pause. I'm not talking about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or commodities. I'm simply talking about FOREX, where the world's money is. So even when the stock market collapses, there are people who are shorting the market making money. And there are people right now that, well, I'm hearing that this is a bad time to invest. Yes, from a novice who knows nothing about how money works. When money moves from one platform, it just goes to the next. When it moves from the stock market, it moves to FOREX. Well, it's always been in FOREX. This is the opportunity that you need. And see, guys, as I've introduced people to this, we've helped people secure money from this. We have something called a PIP club. A PIP, PIP, stands for price interest point. It's actually the points that we get from the market that tally up to dollars. For 100 pips means 100 points. And you get to decide how much you want to make per point, which means this. If you make 100 pips, you get to decide whether that 100 pips was worth 10 cents, $1, $10, or $100. And we have people right now that are part of our program that are part of not just a 100 pip club, but a 500 pip club. This is Brianna. She says, Dr. Spiller's mentorship has helped me so much. He gives information that most other successful traders won't give. And I want to pause right there. What makes us different? What makes us different is I don't hold the secrets back. I teach you everything that you need to know so that you can be a successful trader. I open up the book of trading, and I also want to make sure that not only that I open it up, I make sure that we cover it from page to page to page. Most of these trading platforms are not going to give you the secrets to their success. But what we do is we come from an honest standpoint of making sure that you have all the information you need to be a successful trader. Here's one of our teachers, Diane. She's a part of the 500 Pip Club. Now that could be $5, $50, $500, or $5,000, just depending on where her financial budget is at this point. Listen, she says, I kept losing money, and thank goodness I kept at it because she got in line with our mentorship program. Now she's making money every day. Guys, we're teaching people this, but we're doing it with compounded interest. Guys, let me talk to you about compounded interest just for a second. Albert Einstein says, if you don't know it, you're losing money from it. But if you know it, you're exploding your money with it. See, you got to understand about how compounded interest works. And this is something we're not taught in school. And this is one of our main problems that the school doesn't teach us this. See, because when you start understanding compounded interest, all it means is that your interest allows your sum of money to grow at a faster rate, which means it's going up higher, quicker, faster. Let me ask you a question. If I was to ask you this, would you rather have $1 million or would you rather have a penny that doubles over the next 30 days? The average person, because we've never been taught about compounded interest, would say $1 million. But listen to this. What if you chose that penny that doubled? See, what happens with a penny that doubles, that's compounded interest. At the end of 30 days, it's $5.3 million. Guys, I want to show you how you can do this. But what I've done, the Forex family has partnered with a powerful online platform called iMarkets. iMarkets is where we get our students to get the basics of what they need to learn and how to trade in the foreign exchange market. This company was founded by a powerful CEO, Mr. Christopher Terry. This gentleman has transformed the entire landscape of the foreign exchange market trading. He started this company in 2014. It's right now in 120 countries with over 100,000 students worldwide. He was a Forex trader himself. And one of the things that we're doing is we're connecting people to this platform. And as they're being connected to this platform, we're making sure they're getting the basis of what they need to learn to become a consistent and profitable trader. But we've added to that mentorship that's going to allow you to be successful in what you do. So you're going to get the basics so you understand, what Forex is, what a pip is, what a trend line is. You're going to understand those things in the embryonic stage of what we do. Guys, we're going to make sure that you're not left behind. We're going to hold you by the hand and take you exactly where you need to go. Here's another one of our students who's a part of the 1,000 Pip Club. Now, this is 1,000 pips in a day or 1,000 pips in a week. Guys, he said, I joined this academy March 2020. Do you hear this? March 2020. And just after 10 days of studying and participating, I can say that I'm understanding trading like never before. Here's another young man, same person. Guys, look at this. Dr. Spiller's mentorship has changed my mindset. He's lost over $10,000 before he got with us, but look now. Now he's making more money than he ever possibly could believe. Why? Mentorship. See, guys, it's the one thing to go to YouTube and watch a video and think you know how to trade. It's a whole other thing when you have someone who has mastered the skill teaching you how to do it so that you can have favorable outcomes in your trade. Not only do we have people who've earned 1,000 pips in a week, we have people who earn more than 2,000 pips in a week. That could be $2,000 to $20,000, even $200,000 based upon where your income is. But these people have done it. See, he always thought Forex was gambling until he got in our mentorship program. And what we've done, we've taught him how to change his life by learning this skill. This is Muhammad. And not only is Muhammad winning, they're also teaching others like Sonia. Sonia says she's been on only for 45 days and it's changed her life. And now she had a little understanding about trading, but now we've taken it to the next level. She's never earned this many pips as a result of her Forex experience. But now what we're doing is fantastic. See, guys, what I want you to do is enroll in our online program. It's an online program through iMarkets. My mentorship is actually free. We don't charge for mentorship. You just pay for the training, and I take over from there to teach you the skill. Now, I don't own iMarkets. I am just a person who's trying to show you how to get connected to a platform that will be able to give you the ability to learn this skill and to profit consistently. Now, make sure you hear me on this because this point is very powerful. Both myself and my wife are doctors. We both have our degrees, but we're not even working in our degree field. I need you to listen to me right now. Many of you have your degree and you're not even working in your degree field either. Some of you have school degrees and you have school loans. You can't even pay your school loan. Some of us have degrees and right now we're unemployed. Some of us right now in the United States of America don't even have a job and we have degrees. Guys, can we admit that our system is broken or something's wrong? And how much did you invest to get that degree that now hangs on the wall, but is not driving or creating income? Guys, listen, I want to make sure that you understand this. I'm not against education because I have one. I'm a proponent of education. I believe in us having a fine, strong educational background, but it needs to be well-rounded. And our educational system has not done a good job of allowing us to be well-rounded as it pertains to our financial ability, stewardship. Guys, I want to make sure that you understand that so many of us have went to school, right? Because one of the things that comes with this is a subscription that you'll have to pay to this company that's going to give you the ability to learn the skill. But how much is that subscription, especially in a day and time like this? Guys, this is what you need to understand. Some students are paying $9,000 all the way to $40,000 for degrees, and they can't even find employment. What I want to do is show you how to beat the rat race, not run in it. How do you beat it? You beat it by what you know. Guys, I want you to connect to our online platform through iMarkets. iMarkets only has a one-time enrollment fee of $225. That's at the lowest basic level. And it has a monthly tuition of $165. Guys, no matter where you are, if you cannot afford and your money is just stretched and strained right now, this will be a good time for you to start at the lowest package, because we do have other packages. There's another package that starts at $825 that pays for 3 months in advance. Then there's a 6-month package and a 12-month package. Wherever you are, guys, I want you to understand $1,200 to pay for a year's worth of education with free mentorship that's going to teach you how to multiply your money. Guys, I'm trying to give you something that you cannot afford to say no to. But we first have to see, hey, is this really going to work? The person that invited you is already being successful. They wouldn't dare try to turn you into something that's not working for them. They see it not just working for them, but they see it working for others. And even if so, guys, I want you to hear me. We have a scholarship program called 2 and Free. So all you have to do, every student gets a student referral link. And with that student referral link, what you can do is pass it out to 2 people that you know that want to change their life or may want to learn this skill. Gosh, all you got to do maybe is just show them the same video that you're watching right now. And when showing them this video, let them make up their mind, 2 and Free. Because once you have 2 people that are enrolled with you and they're paying their monthly subscription, your monthly tuition is waived, which means you could pay the $225 one time. Find 2 people who want to learn the skill, and now your monthly tuition is waived. Guys, that's what we're doing here at iMarkets. We're teaching people how to multiply their money. But not only are we teaching people how to multiply their money, there's also a business opportunity connected to what we're doing right now. When I talk about business opportunity, first thing I want you to understand is I never asked you to recruit anyone. Simply, I said that this is a place where you can learn an education. You can learn and get from this education on how to multiply your money in the foreign exchange market. That in and of itself is worth you connected to what we're doing. But some of you out there right now are just where I am. You're finding out that the workplace was really not as strong as we thought it was. You're finding out now that your 401k is really not producing like you said it was going to produce, or like they said it was going to produce. And now you're having to make some decisions. Well, if you listen to me right now, guys, there is a way that you can become an independent business owner in what we're doing. Now, this is for our elitist among us. I am a network marketer, and I've been in the network marketing profession now for a number of years. I am a multi-million-dollar earner in the network marketing market space, but I'm also a foreign exchange educator, and I believe in teaching people the skill. But I saw something here that was different that I wanted to share with you. And when I talk about sharing with you, please hear me out on this. Listen to this. The foreign exchange market is an entity on its own that can take care of you and your family for the rest of your life. But then let's talk about residual income, because that's what I use to build my accounts to where now I'm earning somewhere between $15,000, $16,000 a day in my accounts on what I'm trading with. Guys, I'm doing that because I've learned this skill. But I didn't have the money when I first started. So it made sense for me to plug into this network marketing model. And what I started doing was introducing people to this awesome system. And what started happening when I started introducing people to this system, I started receiving residual income from it. As people started learning how to multiply their money, it just made sense that they shared it with other people. Well, when 3 people shared it, I became a platinum 150, and I started making an extra $37.50 a week. When it grew to 12 people just from this shared program, guys, I started getting $600 a month, which was $150 a week. Now, I can't tell you how much $150 helped my family during that particular time. The average foreclosure right now wouldn't even be a foreclosure if they could get an extra $500 a month. But then listen, when I got up to 30 customers who were learning how to trade in the foreign exchange market, guys, I get to $250 a week, and it just began to grow from there. All the way to the point, guys, where I became what we call a chairman 10. At a chairman 10, you have more than 500 students who are learning how to trade from you, who are learning not just how to trade, but I started getting residual income from it as well. And as a chairman 10, I started getting $2,500 every week. Guys, I started teaching people how to take their money from this market, put it in the foreign exchange market, and multiply that money. And guys, that's where the difference came in. I started teaching people how to use this particular model as a Platinum 1000, and then take a portion of that money and invest it just in the foreign exchange market. Now, with this disclaimer, I have to tell you that past profits don't guarantee future results, but these are just some perspective numbers of what I did to show people how they can multiply my money the same way I did. See, guys, at a Platinum 1000, if you put $1,000, if you put $500 of your $1,000 into the market and you start trading it, you can have monthly projections that can move from $2,000 all the way to $51,000 as a Platinum 1000. Then you go to Platinum 2000 and you see how the money begins to grow. Why? Because we're taking extra money, putting it in the market, teaching the people the skill, and allowing that skill to multiply the money. Not money that they were taking out of their household, but money that they were getting just by sharing this awesome solution to people who were looking for some answers. Guys, all the way up to Platinum 5000. Do you see how the money just begins to grow in these projections of what could happen when you just learn to beat the bank, learn to put your skill to practice, learn to put your money in a place where it can multiply? At Chairman 10, guys, we start seeing income that is way surpassed what you thought was possible. And this is where we're living. This is where I'm at right now. And this is why students around the country are connecting to me, because we're teaching them how to beat the bank. See, if your goal is to create wealth, placing your money in a bank account is not the answer for you. You have to learn how to let your money work for you. We are beating the banks every day, and we're showing people how to do it just by putting their money in a position where it can grow for them. Well, guys, listen, I'm out of time. I'm not out of words, I'm just out of time. But I hope I said something to make you think about where you are and what you can do today as a result of connecting with my mentorship program. The students that invited you to this already know how powerful this foreign exchange market can be in them seeing their success. Well, listen, all it takes is for you to partner with us so you can see the same type of success. I'm ready to work with you. Will you give me the opportunity to work with you today? Now, listen, all you got to do is get back with the person that showed you this video. I guarantee you they'll tell you how to get started and how we can get connected, how you and I can work together. That's what I'm really excited about. So on behalf of my wife, Dr. Teresa Spiller, who's not here, my children, myself, I'm Dr. Raphael Spiller, and I'm excited about your future. Will you give me the opportunity to help you multiply your money in the most powerful market there is, the foreign exchange market? If the answer is yes, come on, let's work this out together. Remember, you deserve the best this life has to offer.